Hi folks, this is Tony, Charbella crew. Hugh's just on the boat at the minute. I'm just showing you where we're taking off from this morning. We're going off from Ashwood Marina, where we've been for a few days, and we're going to go up to somewhere by the Bratch locks. So I'll turn you around and show you a little bit more. Here we are guys. This morning I'm just leaving Ashwood Marina, or just outside of. This is where Charbella was born, as you would say, splashed into the water. There you go, that marina goes right up beyond the arches. You can see right in the distance there. Goes right under them and right further back. So we're going to be heading down here now, Ashwood, probably up to about the Bratch, something like that. See how we feel as we go along. But yeah, leaving here now, and we're going to be off on our travel, so come and enjoy it with us. As we move away from Ashwood Marina now, along the Staffordshire Worcester here, up towards Greensforge, it does get very enclosed with the trees and stuff like that, so it can get a little bit dingy just across here, and not too much to see, so we'll just move on a bit. This just being one of the little open spaces from the canopy where you could moor, especially if you like a bit of solar. At least you can see a little bit of sun on this mooring. Here's a nice little view just through the woodland. As you can see over the top of this Himalayan balsam here, the river Staffordshire is just running just behind there, just before them fields you can see in the distance there. Here it is again, that Himalayan balsam, and it's an invasive species, and it ain't good. So whenever I see it, I just pull it out of the ground and just throw it on the ground before it has time to actually spread any further. I think what happens is as them buds bust open, it just spreads all over the place. So if you can just pull it up, throw it on the side, that put pay to that. And here we am at Greensforge. Here we've just walked up underneath the bridge right next to the lock. And this is a view that we've got right on the top of the lock, just before you get into the lock at Greensforge. Greensforge by the Navigation pub, and this is the river Staffordshire. You can see how close it runs, and it pretty much follows the canal down for quite a while. And again, you can see the expanse of this Himalayan balsam that's around the landscape. Here we am, just pulling up at the water taps here in Greensforge. 2 water taps and the sanitary station over there. And now there's your new bin store there, look. All closely guarded. Okay, so folks, we'll catch up with you on the next stretch. Well, it's a beautiful day today. Sun ain't too bad. Got the old hat on just in case. I want to cook with rains, I ain't got many of them. What do you think, Chick? Nice day or what?
Yeah, it's lovely. A bit of a queue to get to the water tap, but everything else is fine.
Yes.
Busy holiday time as usual, so we just take our time and just go with the flow, really.
Yeah, comedian, are you? No, it's a Friday dinner time and it's been pretty busy all morning.
Yeah, all sorts of great about that.
Lots
Nice.
of boats coming up and one way and down the other, so you never know what you're going to get when you get to the locks, and they could be full. Play one of them at a time. It's more of a winter job.
Get up early if you want to miss the queues in the locks. This is the winding hole before we get to Inksford Lock.
And even just coming into Hingsford Lock, which is 7 foot 9 inches deep, so not too deep, but as you can see, just working the tiller there a little bit, just left and right, just to keep it online so it can get in that lock without any bumps or bangs. Here we am just at the top of Inksford Lock. Absolutely beautiful look, looking over the trees. There's Joe just having 5 or that lock's filling. Absolutely beautiful. I'm just leaving Inksford Lock now. And off we go again. There you go, the dust monsters.
Yeah.
They do, you know, on a nice dry day, hot summer's day, they go belting past. And by the end of the day, your boat's absolutely filthy with dust. But the waterway is going to be shared by everybody, eh? Cyclists, fishermen, boaters, all sorts. Paddle boarders now, canoers.
There's a lot more paddle boarders in
Yeah.
that. We've never seen so many paddle boarders. But
Yeah, all good fun.
took up the sport in lockdown.
Last cruise we had a load of canoeists there. There was one side of the boat, there was the other. I think if I was to see a 20-ton boat coming at me, I'd be well out of the way. A fiberglass canoe. Just got a little bit carried away there then. You were just filling the lock up. And I was just looking at the side of the lock. So we're just opening the gate panel. And have a look at what I found. He was just sticking in the wall of the lock just on the side there like that. My brother's a fisherman, so I thought I'd grab that. So I catches hold on it, and the way it was dragging the boat forward and down towards the lock gate. So I was just about tweaked it in time to get back out of the way. Luckily Duke's seen me come in and it just eased off on the gate paddle, so there wasn't too much spray and splash. And that's what I say, when you're in a lock, you've got to be paying full attention. Don't let your attention be took elsewhere by other things, because if you're ever going to have a problem with a boat, the lock's going to be risking up. Be warned. Here we're just leaving Swindon Lock, and Swindon Lock is 9 foot deep. Just coming up towards Marsh Lock here. We've been travelling for about 100 yards, so there's a little bit of momentum on Charbella. So I shall be slowing it right down there to nearly a standstill. Then when I kick off again with some forward motion, then I've got it fully under control at the speed I want. Here Jude's just got the lock ready, so we're going into Marsh Lock now, and Marsh Lock is 9 foot 7 inches deep. Just coming up to a pipe bridge here, and we've got a couple of young lads sitting on it. Always a bit wary when I'm above the boat like that. You never know what they're going to do. The one looks like he's going to jump at first on top of the boat, but as I get to them, then they seem fine, so everything's okay. How you doing, boys? You alright? You'll be careful you don't go and slip up there. Have a nice day, mate. Here we're coming up to our first set of staircase locks, and this is Bottaham staircase lock. And it's got a total rise of 20 foot 3 inches between over the two locks. So we'll just moor up here, and we'll go up and have a little look. So we're just coming up to our first staircase lock at Bottaham Lock, I think it's called. A staircase lock is where you've got two locks and basically joined together. So we'll have the top one, because we're going up, we'll have the top one full, the bottom one empty, so we can get in. Then we empty the top one into the bottom one that lifts us up. Then we cruise into the top lock and fill that up again from the top pound. So that's the way we're going to approach it. So Jude's just going to open the bottom gates of the top lock to loose the water into the lower lock. I want to get control of the boat straight away in the lock. And once it runs away with you, you could easily just throw straight up to the front gates, and certainly cameras will start up, you don't want to do it. So basically now we've got the water coming from out the top lock into this bottom lock, which is lifting us up level, then for them gates to open and us to go into the next lock, to lift up again and into the next canal, into the next part of the canal. just moving out of the bottom lock now. As you can see, on your left hand side and my right hand side, there is an overflow there, so if there is too much water in the lock above, it'll just fill the lock up and go down the overflow and come out in the canal below. One thing you have just got to watch is that you have just got a half a lock of water, and there isn't enough water in the first lock to fill the second lock up. So like I say, just make sure that first one is full. So we're just filling the top lock now, and that's pulling this up again. How you doing? You alright?
Yeah, not so bad.
That's good. You having a nice day?
Yes.
Good.
But we're more up tonight, and that's if we go home tomorrow.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're off.
Yeah, so there's boats waiting top and bottom here now. Pretty much pulled up together really. And there's a bit of who got fushed. And I think really it's like, you know, if it's really busy you'll have 2 up and 2 down, or 3 up and 3 down. It's like at the minute they can pull into that bottom lock now and empty this and them up, then it's full for them to come down, so you know, they're a bad thing. You know, I think normally you'd go 1 for 1 unless it was like a queue of boats waiting. You know, if you've got 3 or 4 then yeah, other than that I'd just go 1 for 1. How you doing?
Hello.
Am you glad, or am you waiting to go a bit more? Lovely. That's it, save it up for next time. Have a nice one, mate.
Bye.
Don't know what it is about being on the waterways, but they just absolutely tire me right out. After I've been on for a few hours, I'm just ready to go to sleep. I suppose that's what the relaxing bit of it all is, isn't it?
There's another lock before. It's changed it.
Here we have a nice little shot of Charbella just slipping into Bumble Lock. A nice cottage on the top of there that would done up, that'd look absolutely stunning. Bumble Lock is 10 foot deep. Then from here we'll be going up to the Bratch, Jew's favourite set of locks. Here we am now at the bottom of the Bratch locks. We're moored up just on the left hand side here, and there is moorings on the right hand side as well, because it can get really busy. Jude's just been up and sorted it out and opened the gates, so we'll make our way into this bottom lock. Here we am now, just coming up the bottom lock in the Bratch. The Bratch locks covered 30 foot 2 inches between the three of them. There's a lot of talk about the Bratch locks, and everybody seems to have a different opinion on how to approach them. But at the end of the day, they ain't a set of staircase locks anymore. They was redesigned, and there's a little pound between the locks now. So actually, it's just like a flight of locks, you know. And I think the main thing to remember is blue paddles first, red paddles second. So as you're filling the locks up, then use the blue paddles, then open the red paddles above. Then that way you ain't gonna flood anything. There is some side pounds, and this is what creates that little 6 foot gap between each lock. So you've got 2 side pounds that go off, and it sort of works automatically. So when you open the blue paddles and it fills the lock, it's using the water from out that side pound. You know, if your lock is full above, then you open the blue paddle, then you open the red paddle above, then the lock will take as much water as it wants, then the rest of the water goes over into that side pound. So nothing to fear, just follow the boards and you'll be absolutely fine. So next time you go to the Bratch, no panic, okay? Okay folks, here we am just leaving the top lock of the Bratch. I think that's going to be pretty much it for today, so I'm just going to mosey on up here, and we'll find a little mooring just beyond the lock landing. We'll have a couple of days here because it's quite nice up at the Bratch. We'll have a few days here and we'll be moving on. So thanks for watching the video folks, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.